Hi guys, welcome back to BBarbstat&fact. I'm your host Brian Barbeau, and let's get to it. Today we're going to talk about my man Darryl Sittler. I have had the luxury of meeting Darryl Sittler twice in my life. Once at a Bulldog or Toronto Maple Leafs preseason game in 2000, and I met him on March 5th, 2020, he flew on my plane down to Florida, which was 6 days before COVID-19 became a worldwide pandemic. And he signed my jersey at that Toronto Maple Leafs game in the preseason 20 years ago. As you can see, it's right above me. Darryl Sittler served as the Toronto Maple Leafs captain from 1975 to 1982 before he got traded to the Philadelphia Flyers. He had 389 goals, 527 assists for 916 points in 844 games. So he is second all-time in the Leafs with 389 goals, trailing Matt Sundin with 420. He became captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1975 when Dave Keon stepped down. His career got high in goals. Assists and points during his time with the Leafs came in the 1977-1978 season. He had accumulated 45 goals, 72 assists for 117 points. And he also had 100 penalty minutes. Guy was on a tear that season. And believe it or not, that did not lead the league in goals, assists, or points. He was behind Guy Lafleur for goals that season. So he did not win the Art Ross, the Rocket Richard Trophy, or the Hart. Pretty incredible when you score 45 goals and accumulate 117 points and you don't win any of those awards. But Guy Lafleur was Guy Lafleur. Let's just call it what it is. So twice he had over 100 points. 2 seasons prior, he had 41 goals, 59 assists for 100 points. But he's best known that season as when he scored 10 points against the Boston Bruins in an 11-4 win. So let's recap how that night went. So Darryl Sittler on February 7th, 1976, in an 11-4 win against the Boston Bruins. Darryl Sittler scored 6 goals, 4 assists for 10 points. The special significance of that was that he set an NHL record for points in a game that night. So 6 goals, 4 assists for 10 points. And like I just alluded to, they beat the Boston Bruins 11-4 that night. In the playoffs in Game 6 that same season, April 22nd, 1976, Darryl Sittler scored 5 goals as the Leafs won that game 8-5. He set an NHL playoff record for goals in that game with 5 goals. Leafs went on to tie the series against the Philadelphia Flyers, however, fell in Game 7 as they got routed. But, one of my favorite Leafs of all time. Like I said, I've had the luxury of meeting him twice. And, he was an amazing player. He was selected in the 1970 draft, 8th overall in the first round. He was selected from the London Knights. In the playoffs, he accumulated 25 goals, 40 assists for 65 points in 64 career games played, including that 5-goal night against Philly. Darryl Sittler, everybody. I have his hockey card. I have a bunch of hockey cards. I do have Darryl Sittler. And 6 times he led the league. He led the Leafs in scoring, from 1973 to 1975, and from 1977 to 1979. So, Anyway, that is it for this video. thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did producing it. I'll be posting another video in the foreseeable future. Until then, I will talk to you soon. So, have a good one.